For more on Hurricane Matthew, I'm joined by Justin Povick from the U.S. state of Pennsylvania. He's a meteorologist for AccuWeather. What's the storm looking like to you now?
Well, Mike, as we have seen with Matthew here over the past 6 to 12 hours, this system has slowly weakened, but we're still looking at a very powerful hurricane movement here to the north. And I've been looking at some of the observations, maybe just a tick east of due north. And that's very important because, as you know, the orientation of the coastline bends to the north and to the east. So Matthew is going to continue to hug the coast tonight and continue to hug the coast as we venture toward the start of the weekend. So pounding surf, more storm surge, potentially some very, very heavy rainfall and flooding is going to continue. Notice again the winds here at 110, so it's just below major hurricane status. Impacts here will remain on the severe side. Notice the heaviest of the rains in the northern and the northwestern portion of the storm, but some of the highest winds still out over the open waters. And look at the wave heights here. Major waves just off the coastline here. Savannah to Charleston, wave heights approaching 13 to even 15 feet. Now you have to factor in the wave heights on top of the storm surge, which is more so just an inundation of water. Here we could see a water level rise of 6 to 8, potentially even 10 feet. And then, like I said, you have the wave action on top of that. So some of the inlets, some of the little tributaries that kind of feed in off the Atlantic here are going to see a lot of water build up, and then some wave action along that will continue to push the water further inland. Wind speeds currently on the order of 20 to 30, even potentially 40 miles per hour, but I have seen many wind gusts here of 50 to 60 and 70. And as this system approaches Charleston, we will see the winds gradually increase again throughout the overnight, potentially up to 80 miles per hour at times, and that can produce some tree damage. And I'm extremely concerned here about the amount of rain that's going to fall. Some areas will top 12, even 14 and 16 inches of rain. And keep in mind, these are areas that have seen a lot of rain over the past couple of weeks. So very concerned about the rain and an increase in winds.
And Justin, quickly, if you can, this curving out to sea and then coming back in, as Steve was saying, it could perhaps hit Florida, the Bahamas. Any sense where it might be aimed?
Well, you know, right now we're thinking that it will make that bend somewhat of a loop and then track more off to the south and the west. Now, we're talking about Tuesday into Wednesday, and it will be a much weaker system at that point. However, the early indication right now is it tracks back toward the northwestern Bahamas, potentially into southern Florida, and it's not going to take that much more wind or that much more rain to really compound the problems that have already been produced by Matthew. We'll be watching it here very closely.
All right, Justin, thanks so much for the update.